The Kenya National Union of Teachers Secretary General Wilson Sossion and the rest of the union's top leadership have been re-elected to serve for the next 5 years. Well, this was during KNUT's National Delegates Conference at the Kasarani gymnasium. Our reporter Francis Mtalaki spoke to the officials. Take a look.
We cannot allow this nation to walk in the direction because some people are misadvising government that the documents that have been rolled out outside the legislative framework and even the constitution, because we are not consulted as a union. Even if it were good as it is being purported, the procedure is we must negotiate and agree, because it is a major shift and variation of terms and conditions of service. So number two, the way government has approached it is unconstitutional and illegal, and we've registered a labor dispute, and is a matter that will continue discussing at the arbitration level under a conciliate at the Ministry of Labor. But ultimately, we must tell the country the truth. This is not going to improve the efficiency of teachers. The government should instead focus itself in employing enough number of teachers, giving them sufficient quality teaching and learning tools, and also improving the learning environment in our schools. That is what will give Kenyans quality education. For us as teachers, we must defend the profession, because we think those who are pushing, and we have seen the template, the commissioner, the TSC, and the management are not sincere. They are not advising the government correctly.
Right, so that was earlier on, and Francis Mtalaki has more details of exactly what took place there in the morning. Francis, thank you very much for keeping it there and giving us this latest information. The question would be, what is this team, Sossion's team, going to do differently from these other terms that they've had?
Well, thank you, Betty. One thing that Sossion said, and also the chair, who is Muzonzili, they are saying that for the next 5 years, during this term that they have been elected, for that matter, they expect that they will be fighting for better terms for the teachers, and with regard to the fair remuneration, that they are very categorical, telling the government that the 50-60 salary increment that has to be implemented, and they're expecting that any time from now the government will be calling them for signing for the CBA that they have been waiting for long. And more of what has been happening here since 12 a.m. There were chants about some chants outside the stadium, and maybe to shed more light, I'm joined by some of the delegates who are outside there, who can be able to tell us what's happening here. Maybe Lawrence, you can tell us what was happening outside there to the chants.
Okay, my name is Lennox Mshila, and I'm the Assistant Executive Secretary from Taita Taveta County. So actually we have seen exactly what most of the teachers were expecting, that our teachers are really showing their demand, that they are really not satisfied about what the government has done so far. Actually, from the ground, teachers wanted to see the negotiations for the 50-60% done. And by right now, actually, what we were intending for was to see the Kenyan teacher enjoying the benefits, enjoying the improved living standards. So what was happening outside there was some kind of dissatisfaction by the teachers. They went about chanting, singing for the Kanu, Kamba, Kanu, but all this was part not because we don't support the government. The idea is just to show that we really want the government to listen to our plea and sign or agree with the 50-60% which was intended for.
You have chosen to elect Bwana Sossion unopposed, as well as the chair Muzonzila unopposed. Maybe what do you expect them to be addressing during this 5 period?
Actually, not even the 5-year period, but we're expecting right from today that they continue fighting for that same spirit. We are the Mwananchi, the teacher Mwananchi down there is really waiting to hear about the 50-60%, the salary increment. That is the whole issue. And we expect them to address that one without any fear that the teacher wants the 50-60% and nothing more.
Maybe to your colleague here who is standing next to you, maybe you are getting into the stadium where Mr. Sossion is yet to give his official speech. What do you expect from his speech?
Okay, personally, I really expect that Mr. Sossion should be clear to the government that teachers are disgruntled fellows and they're no longer interested in rhetorics. They are just interested in their salary increment. I like it that teachers have said it clearly in this election that surely we are just so much disappointed by this government that up to now they have won their case, they have won their battle, and they have left teachers there down there disgruntled, and they can't give them their increment. We want our increment as teachers, and we want it now, even not even tomorrow. Let the president also hear this, that we are clearly saying that teachers want the salary increment because we are not harmonized with the civil servants and the county workers at the ground. So I am very clear about that we have elected Sossion and Muzonzili, and we have told them clearly that we want salary increment as teachers in this country.
And the government says that you have to sign performance contracts for that matter for you to be able to get a salary increment. What's your take on that? Are you going to sign a performance agreement?
What I can say clearly is that a performance contract for any worker is a noble thing. But the only thing about it is that the implementation of it, the teachers have not been involved. There was no clear consultation between the government and the teachers. The government feels like teachers are opposing performance contract. I want to say teachers are okay with the performance contract, but the issue is that there are some contentious issues which we require our union leaders, together with the government and the TSC, to sit down and streamline them for the sake of this teacher. So that when we are working knowing that with good spirit, not because we want to punish a teacher down there. Both teachers we have been working, and not everyone knows we have been working. We have clear ways of gauging teachers' performance in this country. So I don't think there's any problem with the performance contract, apart from the government is doing it ill-motivated.
During the recent days, we've seen Cabinet Secretary for Education, Fred Matiang'i, moving to schools and going around the school. One issue that have come up is absenteeism for the teachers. Maybe you can shed more light as a teacher who is at the grassroots level. What really happens there, and really for a teacher to miss a class, are there available reasons?